the first week Brawl came out on the Wii, our family friend got us into it, me and my older brother, and I played the heck out of just normal Link. I played Dark Link.
Hello and welcome to the Whispercast, a podcast talking about games, movies, music, and whatever else the fuck we want to talk about. My name is Griffin, and today I'm with BttrBoss, Conrad, GOAT Smash player.
I don't know about that.
Longboard champ.
We're getting into it. Yeah. The funny man? I don't know.
The funny man.
The webcam mic boy? You know how it be.
Webcam mic boy. Every time I think of like your name, or like any of your name, or like I just imagine the one photo of you just like staring dead at your camera. I can't remember who posted it or where it was from. I'm like 90% sure you made it your profile picture at some point and like made it like really weird looking too. You like filtered it.
Maybe. I got a couple photos of me just staring at the cam.
It's a regular thing for you.
Pose. Yeah. You know, direct eye contact. It's pretty useful in the world.
No emotion whatsoever. Literally just dead in the eyes. Everything you can possibly do.
Yeah, can't let your opponent read you.
You're the 2020 Mona Lisa, or 2021, I guess technically.
Pretty much, yeah.
No matter where his eyes go, they follow you guys.
Pretty much. I got some dogs in my room. Let me put them outside real quick.
Oh, some dogs? What kind of dogs do we have?
We got my pit bull. Here, come on, out. We got some pit bulls, you know. My dog is a full-blooded pit bull, but we got my brother's girlfriend staying with us. And she's got, it's like a husky pit bull Rottweiler, like just mix.
Husky pit bull Rottweiler. That sounds like a purebred killer.
There's nah, she's nice. I mean,
what kind of pit bull is yours? Because obviously, I mean, I don't know if you know, but a lot of people don't know that pit bull is not like the actual breed. There's like seven different pit bull breeds.
Yeah. I'm not, because we never actually got paperwork with her. Because she was a pretty expensive dog, but the person we got her from actually wanted to just give her to us because he really liked our family, and my brother too. They're back in my room playing. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, no. So I'm not 100% on what breed she is, but I think she's like English pit bull. She's like the I don't know. She's all white and.
Is she more muscular or more like taller and thinner?
She's like taller and thinner, but she's still got a little bit of muscle mass on her.
It's probably more of the Staffy, because they're like the smaller Staffordshire. Like my parents have a Staffordshire. The boy's got a fucking brick head, like a block, just a perfect cube for a head, and then like this perfect cube for a snout, and is just short, stubby, like 100 pounds of almost just pure muscle, and will literally mow down anything in his way if he wants to.
the bodybuilder of the dog breeds.
They replaced their screen door on the back porch twice, and they still at this point they took it off. They don't have one anymore because he's ran through them. Not on like it's been dark, so he doesn't entirely purposely do it.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, he takes it off He doesn't really rip through the screen. He just rips through the whole door comes off.
Oh my gosh.
The old owners of the house, they had, what did they have? Like a German Shepherd or something? Pretty big guy too. And so
I love German Shepherds.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they're pretty big. I think it was German Shepherd. And he was a big one too. He was pretty tall, pretty massive paws. And so they put like on the screen door like this like metal like fence block gate thing.
Yeah.
on the screen door, just so that way they didn't scratch the door and scratch like on the actual glass door itself either. Yeah, their pit bull, his name's Romeo. He bent the door, going through the whole thing.
Okay.
Like, and he's not bright. He's not. He's a purebred too, though, and I'm convinced purebred dogs are like the stereotypical blondes of the world, where they're just not there, unless it's like a poodle or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Or Angel, or not Angel. Maybe it is Angel. Somebody has an Australian Shepherd, and now I can't remember who. Like a purebred Australian Shepherd.
Shepherds or
Oh,
like
Zen has one. Yeah, Zen has a purebred Australian Shepherd. I think it might even be a mini. But the thing is so small with like a blue eye and a brown eye. You can always hear her like in the background like squeaking on like her toys whenever like she's in the calls.
Yeah. Just trying to make sure her voice is always there.
Little dog's always got to make sure I'm still here, bitch. Fuck you guys. That's pretty much what my dog does.
Yeah.
Speaking of dogs, there's
dogs are amazing. Yeah, the timing. All right, I think they're like panting, so they might chill for a second. But yeah, am I the only one that'll like sit there and look at my dog and I'm like, who's a dumb dog? Like, just like make fun of my dog because she can't understand. At least to my knowledge.
Okay, I saw I don't know if it was a TikTok or a Vine. There was some video, and it was proving that dogs don't understand you. They only understand like your like voice level.
Commands, yeah.
So they understand like the commands, but it was like this guy was talking to his dog. He was like yelling at him like super mean, but it was like saying you're like the nicest dog ever, and the dog's like tail between the legs, getting down like all sad and whatnot. And then he changes around, and it's like in a super sweet voice saying that you're such a fucking idiot. I wish somebody shot you in the head. All this stuff, and the dog's like wagging his tail, all excited. I'm like, that just proves dogs don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What you say to them or no. If you talk to them like they're a baby, they're fine. They're happy.
Yeah.
They're just not intelligent. Well,
they're smart, but in their own way. Nah, see, I do that. I'll like sit there and just like say stupid things to my dog, and she'll be sitting there like upside down with the biggest grin on her face.
Honestly,
dogs are so innocent, man.
The minute we find a dog that can like talk or something, we're fucked. It's literally gonna be Rick and Morty in real life.
Facts.
Like I don't really watch that show, but I feel like everybody knows that episode at this point.
It's crazy to think that we're literally like the only race that's able to have like proper communication and like use of tools and stuff like that. And if there were another species like that, what would happen?
You mean like being able to talk entirely and stuff?
Yeah, like communicate, pass on information and like knowledge, stuff like that. Just like stuff that makes us progress.
Because I feel like we have like interspecies communication, kind of. But it's definitely not, like, fluent. You know, like, there's certain things that humans have definitely kind of almost picked up from other animals. And there's definitely things animals have probably picked up from humans. I mean, dogs, like, domestication, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn, that'd be weird. Honestly.
A factor that's, like, forced by people.
I don't remember what conversations having. I'm convinced Australia, though, is just, like, it's actually not real. And it's
so what you're saying is that Australia will be the first country to have super animals.
Honestly, have you seen what they already have? They're already at that point. That's what I was talking about. We were talking about like the spiders down there in Australia because I was having a conversation with somebody where like, because technically tarantulas aren't spiders. Like they're like its own thing. I don't know exactly the separation of like what.
So they're still like an anthropod, but they're like a different species of anthropod.
Yeah, I don't exactly understand it. Because it's like the same thing of like, well, I mean, look at scorpions. Like scorpions are technically spiders, I think is what it is.
Do they have 8 legs?
Yes. Well, they have 6 legs,
Really?
but their pinchers actually count as legs according to science.
Oh.
Yeah. I just found this out like a couple months ago. It makes sense, but it's definitely nothing I thought about.
Fair enough.
So yeah, right here. All tarantulas are spiders, but not all spiders are tarantulas. The basis that I see here is it's pretty much if it has like the little hairs, if it's a furry spider or not. They're slightly larger. I don't. All I know is the ones that belong in Australia, they can stay in Australia forever. Fuck that. Like the huntsman spiders that show up in Australia. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like spider season in Australia?
No, but I've actually heard stories of like
dude.
My dad in California. I don't know what was causing it, but there was like influx of tarantulas. It was scorpions one year, but literally the roads were like covered thick in them for some reason, like migration or something.
So okay, well this is different. This is even scarier, I think.
Okay.
Just Google spider season in Australia. That's all you have to do. Go to images.
Okay.
Because that's what it looks like in Australia. Like certain ones are.
Google.
Yeah.
Spider season Australia.
Like some of them aren't real, but like the first one is real. With like the barn or like the shack, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Oh no, like trees just covered.
Fuck that.
I wholeheartly concur. See, don't get me wrong, I love spiders, and I just love biology in general. Like plants, I love plants. I just love like being curious about biology. But swarms of spiders, I will hard pass on that.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
But pretty much what the conversation went with this is, if you look at Australia and how everybody like lives on the outside, like on the coast, nobody lives like in Australia.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that honestly, Aborigines, they're actually just aliens. They're like, Martians. And they've just taken it over. Kangaroos aren't real, they're not there. It's where all the ships are. And nobody if you go far enough, it just like you die. It's like the Bermuda Triangle, but in Australia.
Okay.
That's why Elon Musk is trying to get back to Mars. That's where he's actually from. That's a theory that I'm totally into, and it makes perfect sense.
That's an interesting concept there. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I've seen those ones, but I mean, everybody knows Mark Zuckerberg's probably not human. I mean,
Lizard Man, Gopher.
Lizard Man, alien, whatever. Maybe it's Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg. Like honestly, maybe that they're just like these. They're these two species of non-humans. They're just humanoid creatures that are just. Zuckerberg was here and Elon Musk has been sent to fight him.
Sorry, I'm just looking at this. But yeah, that's oh my gosh, spider season. I'm glad I'm in Missouri, man.
Do y'all have quite a bit of spider? Like, not spider. I mean, everybody has spiders, but like, kind of like exotic ones, like not like common house spiders. Because you guys get just a lot hotter than we do out here on the West Coast. So I would figure like maybe you get more of like I don't know like spiders that are necessarily hot weather spiders, warm weather spiders. I don't know the exact term, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not sure. We definitely have spiders, and we have I think the one I've probably seen the most out here is like daddy long legs and just wolf spiders. Nothing crazy. We do have, I think it's called like Missouri tarantulas, but they're a lot like smaller.
Missouri tarantulas.
I think that's what they're called.
See, we get some wolf spiders, not as much West Oregon, Washington, more on the east. They're a little bit warmer.
Okay.
The brown recluse though, which is like pretty much it's a different. I think it's exact same like specific family of a wolf spider, just a different one. Those ones I've seen occasionally.
Okay. Yeah.
And was it hobo? Yeah, hobo spider. I saw a big ass hobo spider. My grandparents used to live in Texas, like near Austin, and we saw hobo spiders quite a bit near there.
So going with nature, I'm an Eagle Scout, right?
Oh yeah.
How much have you camped, honestly?
How much have I?
Because I like asking that. I like asking that question. Yeah, just like how much have you camped? You know, hiked, just explored nature.
I mean, because of growing up where I'm at here, in next near Portland and whatnot, I would say just I've explored it a lot. I haven't camped in a while. It was definitely more of a thing I did when I was younger. We used to have family, like big family, like my extended family and stuff. A lot of us would go out to Tillamook, Oregon. There's a pretty nice campsite out there that's like got connections right to the beach. It's got a jetty right there next to it. Mountains are literally mountains right across the highway where it's at. But that's really about the last time I was going. That was probably elementary school, middle school,
really
not
cool.
even middle school, elementary school for sure.
So it's been a minute then.
Yeah, I mean, me and my cousin went. We went camping almost 2 years ago now. He's here. He was up from New Zealand, and we actually went to the beach. We did like a beach trip all the way down, and figured, we'll take a day and we'll just camp for a day.
Yeah. So that was like your only camping experience, right?
Pretty much. I can assume you probably did some pretty hardcore shit.
Yeah.
Or at least hardcore for the level that you're at, I guess. Being still a minor, I guess would be the words.
Yeah. Well, I'm 18 now. But no, it was pretty extreme for being a minor. And honestly, even though it was extreme, it was still like an experience I'll never like pass over. It was really cool. I think probably the most memorable one is we went on a 2.5 mile camp out.
2.5 mile camp out? What do you mean? What did that mean exactly?
Or hike.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm sidetracked by something. Anyways, yeah, no. So it was a 2.5 mile hike in, and that was nothing really. That was with their gear. But yeah, no. And then once we got to the campsite, it was really fun. I had a good time. We actually hiked like 3 miles down to this cave, and we practiced orienteering that day.
Orienteering?
Mm-hmm. Which is like we took a compass.
Okay.
And we knew like how many paces in a certain direction that the cave was.
Okay.
Paces as in like approximate like footsteps you take.
Yeah.
Or like how many steps you take. And we go to the cave. It's really fun. It's just like a hole in the ground you can like slide down into, and it opens up big. We checked that out, and we hiked back. But the night we're supposed to stay 2 nights. The first night it rains like a lot. I don't know the actual like amount of rain, but it rained a good bit. On top of it being like almost freezing. And we actually did get a bit of freezing rain overnight, but the big thing was that it just straight up rained, and all of our gear got wet. And it was all equestrian trails, which is like horse trails.
Yeah.
And so they're like little ditches in the ground, or like there's dirt. It's like a trench that you walk through, I guess. It's hard to explain.
I think I know what you're talking
about. Yeah. And so all of that flooded. We were hiking back. We actually left the night early because all of our gear was wet. And it was really cold, and it was no fun.
Just not a good time.
Which, I mean, even though you go through those things, there's a lot you, I guess, not like learn, but yeah, there is a lot you learn. And after, you're like, yeah, I had a pretty good time. But yeah, no. So we hiked 2.5 miles back in through water. The river because we had to cross a river on getting like there, was overflowing. So we were like, we paused for a second with all of our gear, and we thought about like what we could do. And one of the boys actually just he marched through the river. He was like, "I'm already soaking wet. Let's just go." Right?
He said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, exactly. And so we walked through this river. We were soaked up to our like torsos. It was definitely an experience. And like I said, our packs were like 80 pounds now comparatively to like the 50 or 40.
Yeah, because all the wet weight.
All the water. Yep. And so that one was pretty memorable. I think another memorable one, which it's easy to explain. I did a 50-miler, and that was split between hiking, biking, and canoeing.
A 50-miler?
Yeah, 50-mile like.
So when you say this, because you said 2.5.
It's not a race.
So is this? Wait, it's a triathlon. It wasn't like getting to the campsite.
No, it was. Well, no. We actually drove to the campsite. We're not like hiking to the campsite or anything. This was just to accomplish like this feat, essentially, like saying that we did this.
That's pretty impressive.
And you do actually get like a patch, which is really cool. But it's about the experience doing it and what you're able to learn and like reflecting yourself essentially in that time. Because it's a mental game when you do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's just like sports, you know. Honestly, most time about sports is just mentally getting over certain barriers.
Yeah, exactly. But for the most part, I had a really good time. And after doing like, because it was split between 5 days. It was, like I said, it was like a triathlon, but it wasn't like actually a race. It was, we had 5 days to do it. And we camped during all of it.
Oh yeah, that's what my next question is. Was it like a camping between? That actually sounds kind of fun.
Oh, it was really fun. It's my favorite.
Biking, canoeing?
Yes. We biked 30 miles. We hiked 9, and we actually canoed 14. So we did like 55 or something like that. Which, oh well, but it was just the like trails that we had.
I mean, the biking's not terrible, but like the canoeing, I couldn't imagine.
I love canoeing actually, and most of this one, like 7 miles of it, is downstream, and then the rest is just like lake. But
okay, that's not bad. I mean, that's still somewhat. It could be pretty upper body-ish for sure for canoeing though.
Yeah, it's pretty upper. It's your arms and stuff.
All right, the big thing to talk about with you is Smash.
Yes. So how much do you know about Smash?
I know.
Before we start.
Well, how much? What like about what? Like,
just have you played the games? Have you?
I've played Melee. I've played Ultimate. Yeah, that's the newest one, right?
Yeah, it's Ultimate.
Played Ultimate. I played Brawl when I was younger a couple times. I never had Brawl. I had friends and like cousins that had it. I played 64. Actually, like the first time, like 3 years ago, I was at a retro convention in Portland, and that was the first time I ever played it. Not the best at it. I'm not the best at 64 games in general, though. And I'm not honestly going to blame the controller. I'm just not that good at the games. Because I actually like 64 controller a lot. But those are the ones I played. Melee, quite a bit. Ultimate, if I have somebody that has like a Smash, I'll play, or a Switch, I'll play with them.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes. However, okay, so yeah, for me, I've played all of the games except for 64. It's
a rare game.
Yeah, it's a super expensive game right now if you like are able to find it sealed and stuff. But I mean, most 64 games are.
That's true.
But yeah, so my kind of like timeline when it comes to playing Smash is the first week Brawl came out on the Wii. Our family friend got us into it, me and my older brother, and I played the heck out of just normal Link. I played Dark Link. And
so
that was
Brawl
my go-to character.
Brawl was your first game?
Brawl was my first Smash game, an introduction into Smash.
An introduction, as well. Make it a whole class. Smash introduction. Start with Brawl.
Pretty much. Anyways, I didn't really like grind Brawl that much. I just played it whenever I could play online with my family friend, or if I could play with my older brother. I didn't grind it. However, when it came to Smash 4, I don't remember when I got it. I got it the year it came out. I think.
Is Smash 4 the Wii U one?
Yeah, the Wii U. I got it on 3DS though.
Okay.
Yeah. I Smash 4 was the first one I started grinding. Because I joined my high school game clash, which was Game Club essentially.
Okay.
My freshman year. And I played a lot of Smash 4 prior to that. I would go online. I would just play against bots. I would grind with Little Mac. I just really enjoyed Smash 4 for some reason.
Yes, I don't think Smash 4 wasn't terribly popular, was it? Mostly because of it was pretty much on the mobile consoles, and that's just not. It's hard for those to catch on.
I don't know. I feel like when it comes to the competitive scene for Brawl and Smash 4, I'm really not the person to talk to on that because I was never really into it. But I know a lot of the top Smash Ultimate players came from Smash 4, and that there was definitely a scene for all of the games. But
yeah, fighting
like
the FGC is honestly amazing. I mean,
yeah, it's all grassroots. It's really fun. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just actually learned about that somewhat recently because what was it? It was an interview or talking about an esports like talk show or whatever. They're talking about one of the guys is like in the FGC. That's pretty much all he does. He doesn't really do anything else. And I didn't realize like Evo, you yourself, you could go show up to Evo, and literally join and win. It's not like it's invite. It's literally start from the bottom and just build up.
I mean, they have Smash Summit, which is your invite only.
Yeah, I know that there's obviously invite ones, but I mean, Evo is the biggest fighting tournament in the world. I think, right?
Hands down, I think. I don't know if we'll. There was a lot of controversy with the CEO, and there's a lot of controversy in Smash this year.
They didn't have Melee the last live Evo didn't have Melee.
No, they did not actually.
And they replaced it with like an anime fighting game. I think it was a game that was big. However, I don't know bigger than Melee.
Yeah, it was. I really doubt it. Melee was a really, really big, or is a really, really big fighting game. And it's surprising it's still going on. I mean, obviously that's not just going to end, but it's pretty. Oh gosh, what's the word? The scene's really dedicated to the game, essentially.
Well, I think it helps that it's not an online game, so it's not like it's requiring servers be maintained. It doesn't require a constant push, I guess, of online people to like make the game alive. Essentially, I say that with like quotes because I hate the term dead and alive for games.
Yeah.
Because a game isn't necessarily dead unless like the servers are gone, but the scene would be dead. You know,
exactly.
Like Overwatch esports is kind of dead. Counter-Strike and NA specifically is gone. Dota 2, they're gone. But the game, I can still go hop on to CS or Overwatch or Dota. I don't play that, but like, and get lobbies, play, find it enjoyable. But if you want to, competitively, I think at least I don't know if it's all of the FGC because I know some players crossover game like Worlds, I guess, some place Fighter and Smash. I don't know how many do. But
I know Rivals of Aether is a pretty big crossover game. A lot of
I meant like players. Like the individual players will play. They'll go to Evo. They'll play Street Fighter 5 and Melee and Brawl and Ultimate, like all in the same tournament.
Okay.
There's not many players that do it anymore.
Yeah.
I think Mewtwo did it with.
Well, okay, Mewtwo
Ultimate King, and just Melee though.
Well, Mewtwo King was, I think, the best Brawl player, and the best Melee player at like one point. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was. Yeah, no, he's definitely a king. or one of the 5 gods on Melee. Don't get me wrong. But he actually went over from playing Melee all the time to playing Brawl in Melee. I think he may have dedicated himself to Brawl. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, no, he was, I think, the only Smash player to be the best player in 2 games. Because MKLeo, he wasn't the best in 4. He was like second best, which is still like a feat and a half.
MKLeo, that's the Mexican.
The current best player, yep, for Ultimate. Yes.
I know he's Mexican. That's all I remember. What else is he? Who does he play for?
He used to play for it's like Fox.
No, but like the team.
Yeah, he plays for T1 right now.
For who?
As of T1.
Oh, I didn't realize T1 was in. He must be like the first T1 player then, huh?
Anti was actually, but he got canceled pretty hard, so and he's not sponsored by them anymore. However,
you were saying he was on Echo Fox?
Yeah, he was on Echo Fox
first. That's what I thought.
And then he got sponsored by T1. And he played Smash Ultimate with Tyler 1, which was funny.
With Tyler 1?
Yeah. Tyler 1 got on Ultimate, played some.
I'm not surprised. T1, Tyler 1's been he kind of has done, like, ever since like he, did his whole changed thing, he actually's done really well.
Yeah. No, Tyler 1 is an icon in streaming. But okay, so back to like my timeline for Smash, right? I played Smash 4 a lot in my Ultimate or in my game club. Okay. And I actually took over being the president of that club my sophomore year.
Okay.
Derpu Chen passed that down to me. He was the original president. I've done a lot of work with him recently. Derpu Chen, he is in the Vivid server. He's an inventor. But I've done a lot of work with him recently, and he's an awesome person. But anyways, yeah, so I took over being president. I focused on playing a lot, but I think I focused more on the hosting side. And that's when I kind of like branched over from like straight competition, like just playing the game for fun, to like seeing that there's like a kind of a scene for this. I didn't look at the competitive scene of Smash until my junior year.
Oh damn! So like 2-3 years ago, or 3-4 years ago now.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3. I don't even know. But yeah, no. So I got into competitive my junior year, and my senior year is when I started competing myself, like outside of my high school.
So what was the first game you competed in like that?
Ultimate was the first game I competed outside of my high school. I played a lot of tournaments for Smash 4 and actually won one. We did a duos tournament, me and my cousin, and we did double Little Mac, and our team name was Little Mac Vert. It was pretty great.
So is Ultimate like your favorite of the Smashes?
I think Melee is my favorite, believe it or not. I've been playing Melee a lot recently. My most played is Ultimate, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, who do you, because obviously Ultimate gets like regular updates and stuff. Who is who do you main?
I main Ike. I think I'm kind of like secondarying Sephiroth. I said that
those are why can't I think what game they're from?
Fire Emblem. Path of Radiance, I think is the actual like specific one he came from. Anyway, I don't play the Fire Emblem games, unfortunately. I tried Three Houses for a little bit. I didn't get too far yet. I might play Fire Emblem later, but as of right now, I haven't played any of the Fire Emblem games.
I just say that because my best friend, when we ever play Melee, he plays Ike usually. That's one of his go-tos.
Marth, you mean, in Melee?
Yeah, sorry, Marth. That's
yeah, you're good. See, I also played Marth.
I only play like Sheik, so I never know anybody else.
Well, I originally mained Sheik, and then because I've been playing
in Melee or on Ultimate.
On Melee, I started off maining Sheik in Melee, and then I moved on to Marth, and then I secondary Fox now. So I'm a Marth Fox secondary.
Fox is nuts.
Fox is nuts.
Everybody knows this, though.
Correct.
I mean, no Fox will ever be better than Mango, but like still.
I don't know. Leffen's kind of nuts. Leffen's nuts. I think Falco is the one character that no one will be better at than Mango.
I mean, Prime Mango was the best Fox and Falco of all time, though.
I guess that's fair. That's fair. I mean, that's kind of subjective, you know. There's a lot of good Fox players out there.
There is, but I mean, I feel like you look at tournament results. That's what proves it.
Yeah. I don't know the answer.
I mean, Mans was Smash God for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. I like Mango, so I'll take your word. I'll take your word for it.
I feel like it's pretty. It's pretty easy to like the Smash Gods. Like, there's nothing to hate about any of them, really.
They've had their fair share of controversy, especially Mango, I think, has had the most controversy. Hungry Box is probably the most disliked one.
Oh,
maybe
is HBox? I forgot HBox is on there actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, HBox is.
I like HBox. I really like HBox. I like all of the 5 guys.
I mean, I don't know how to feel about HBox. He's kind of annoying sometimes.
Man, throw him under the bus. Yikes.
He talks the shit, and that's fine. And especially, I feel like out of all, I would say like the fight FGC is probably second in like shit talk after COD, of course. I mean, COD will always have that.
COD players are built different.
I mean, because of MW2 alone, but I feel like HBox talks shit too much. Maybe. I think for being like, you know, a top 5 player of all time, you know, being, you know, in a pro, he talks shit to like about like guys that just aren't better than him, and it's like, why? They're not even saying anything, and you just start talking shit, and it's like, why? Who cares?
See, I don't know if because that's something he talks about on his channel, is like having an ego when you do like competitive things, right? And he constantly, I don't know if he constantly, but he does talk about like working on his ego, and that it's a clear problem.
I mean, I don't know if he has it like a switch where some people do like their games, they're like when they're in like competitive mode, they're like way different than them like in stream mode. So maybe I don't really watch it, but maybe that's what he does, you know, for sure.
But for the most part, I really like HBox. He's just an emotional player, and yeah, he has his fair share of controversy. I don't. See, something I'm really big on is not jumping to disliking someone quick.
Yeah, I definitely can't stand people that just dislike popular things because it's like quirky or it's unique. Like, why? People that just hate on, I don't know, Drake because he's popular. It's like, well, the man has hits after hits for a reason. Sorry.
Yeah. No, there's always there. I don't know. I'm not the best person to talk about some of these things, but
I mean, haters gonna hate. That's
exactly.
The forever term.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I love all the 5 gods. So we've been jumping around like my timeline and then just like talking about Smash in general. Back to my timeline again. For Ultimate, I went to probably 3 to 5 offline tournaments in 2019.
Okay. Before everything shut down.
Yeah, and that was right when I was starting to get into it, and like I was super motivated, and I like that was probably like when my prime of motivation.
Peak prime.
I'm not gonna
butter
lie.
Smash.
I'm not gonna lie. Around when I was hosting Derpu-chan tournament, afterwards, that was actually probably my prime like inspiration to get better at the game, or my like prime motivation, I guess. Not prime. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like that was the prime of when I was motivated. It was between that or like right when offline was happening. And I didn't really do well. I was like a 1-2-2-2er. As everyone kind of starts out. But I love the Springfield Smash scene so much, man. That's where I compete, and that's like where I live next to. And
in Missouri.
Yeah. So someone that's been blowing up online recently actually is Yez.
Who?
Yez, Yez.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Yeah, no, he's just been blowing up online. But anyways,
like
online tournaments and stuff.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But he actually lives in my region. He's stationed because he's in the army. He plays for Army Esports and PvE. He's a musician for the army. I think he plays like flute and piccolo, which is really cool. Anyways, yeah, no, he's a big inspiration for me for playing Smash. But anyways, we were doing crew battles. Do you know what crew battles are?
I don't.
Okay, so they're when you have a team of people, right?
Okay.
But they're not all playing at the same time. They do 1v1s. However, you have a pool of stocks instead of
that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
And so you have your 3 stocks, but everyone has 3 stocks. And so you have a pool of stocks now. So let's say for what we did, we had 5 people. So that's 15 stocks total. And we went to, this was the second one we played in actually. We went to Respect the Bear. We did crews. There was 3 teams entered. But the night before, we lost 2 of our players. Like they weren't able to show up anymore.
Okay.
And we were like panicking, like, all right, what are we gonna do? Like, who can we ask to fill? And we don't figure out. We only figure out one person. But anyways, that night we were like, screw it, let's just message Yez, see what he says, right? Because we've like talked to him. We asked him about like a few Smash things essentially, like one time back at a tournament, and that was it. We never like had a genuine conversation with him. We talked to him a little bit. That was pretty much it.
But you kind of knew him in a way.
Yeah. We sort of knew him, and we're just like out of the blue, like let's see if this guy wants to play, right? He seems like a really nice dude, and we message him, and literally like instantly he just replies, "Yeah, I'll play." Which
that's
is the
that's how you guys know Yez.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
shit. No, it's
I don't know Yez. Like that was like probably. Okay, hold on. Let me keep on with this story.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So he plays in our crew battle. We find another person there at the tournament to fill for that other spot, and we make it to the grand final. Granted, there's only 3 teams, but we beat the first team. It goes like, oh gosh, it was like 6 stocks versus 3 stocks, and Yez was our anchor, our last player, and he goes in there and he only loses 1 stock.
Jesus.
And it's 6. He's nuts. Like if you're not a high level player, good luck. But yeah, no, he does that, and then we go against the MSU team, which is Missouri State University, which was the ones that hosted the tournament.
Okay.
We go against their crew team, and we did lose that. They had by 2 stocks. It was like it was like 8 stocks versus 3 this time. That team was nuts. And then Yez does what he does. He goes through and he sweeps the team until their very last person, which was 7. I've done a lot of posting with him. He's actually a pretty good player. He's PR'd here. I think like number 8 out of 10. But yeah, no, he beats us. That was really fun. That was like my first time genuinely meeting Yez. Now, cut to quarantine, right? I play a little bit of Smash during quarantine. I entered a couple tournaments, didn't do nuts. But anyways,
like online ones, right?
Yeah, online ones. I did more hosting than playing this year.
Okay.
I think maybe I'd have to check the actual like analytics, but a guesstimate probably hosted more than played. And I get a coaching lesson from Goose Fancy. I pay for that one. It was like Goose Fancy. He's another person in our region. He's number 5 on PR. But anyways, yeah, no, I get a paid coaching lesson from him, and I start talking to Yez a little bit because I think we like played Animal Crossing at one point, and we like. I just talked to him a little bit more, right? I really don't remember what sparked that, but I got 2 coaching lessons from Yez, which was some of like one of the highlights of my life, kind of. And I've had a lot of big highlights with like scouts and just a lot of other things. But when it comes to gaming, that is like one of my favorite highlights. Because Yez is such like a solid player, and he's so fucking nice. He's a pretty genuine and
just a cool dude.
Cool dude. But that's when looking at my inspirations in Smash, it's like Yez, it's Mango, it's oh gosh, even like commentary. You know, you've got Slime and Ludwig on commentary. You've got TK Breezy and EE. You've got a lot of commentary, and like those are like inspirations for wanting to try commentary. And so I've been in the Smash scene, not for like a crazy amount of time, but I've been in for a little bit, and I so many cool experiences already.
So obviously I can't guarantee shit. I've heard, and just being a public health major, I've heard a lot of things about fall going back to pretty much normal, a lot of in-person shit. Will you go back to competing in tournaments?
You fucking know it. You know it. I can't wait for the day. I'll be hosting. I'll be competing. I'll be commentating. I'll just be doing everything I can. Because I'm gonna be real. I love the game. The community might be a bit rough, but there's a lot of cool people in the community, and I'm gonna be real. I love the community.
The community entirely seems great. It doesn't. I mean, yeah, obviously, I know the last few months there's been a lot of just allegations.
Yeah.
A lot of players. Some proven true, some proven false. But I mean, that's a lot different than other things. That it could be worse. I feel like, and it doesn't seem to really kill the scene, which is what I mean. It could be worse. It could like kill the scene.
I wouldn't say it'd kill the scene, but it's affected the scene. You know?
Well, I mean, if it was going to be worse than it is, I feel like it would like kind of kill it, but it's not. I think, and I think it helps the FG scene. Well, yeah, no, the FG scene entirely is just it's really big. I feel like you always hear a lot of people maybe talk about like during Evo League, which game's better and stuff. But at the end of the day, like if you bash on one fighting game, you're about to get the whole fucking squad rolling up on you.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of trash talk, but yeah, no, the FGC community is pretty supportive of itself.
Have you ever thought of doing other games in the FGC, or just sticking with Smash?
Inside of FGC, probably not. I wanna try playing Dragon Ball Fighters and Street Fighter just to like enjoy it, you know.
I saw you guys talking about that on Vivid's on the Discord server.
Yeah. There's players in there already. But outside of FGC, you already know I've thought about CS:GO and Valorant. You know.
CS:GO's dead. We've been over this.
It's not what it used to be, but I don't. Is it dead?
In NA, it's dead.
Yeah. Okay. In NA, that's fair.
I mean, it doesn't help. The big thing I think with like look at Nintendo. Nintendo's notorious for always just putting cease and desist orders on
not being as supportive.
Yeah, they're not supportive, and Valve's the same way. Except Valve's is instead of doing legal action on it, they just don't care. You know, they leave it like the middle child, the redheaded stepchild. They ignore it, and that's the problem. That does not help them at all.
Yeah, no.
And it's fine, but you know, esports is a big thing.
It really is now.
I mean, maybe they're planning to make a new CS and it's just gonna blow up. Maybe that's their goal, but it's rough being NA, and you know it's hard to enjoy CS anymore.
Yeah, I understand. But no, I've thought about other games outside of Smash, and I think I kind of wanna gear towards entertainment. I think, and like still be able to like compete and have a good time because I have a good time competing. But I think I want to like focus more towards entertainment, and so I wanna gravitate away from only playing Smash. I've been enjoying Apex. I've been playing CS:GO again, even though like the esports scene is dead, I guess. But I want to get into commentary for these games. I need to work on like public speaking a bit more, but I do want to get into this, and I've been inspired by Upmind, Arbiter, these like just commentators I've worked with before, and they've been like a big inspiration. I think I want to try commentary, like more. But with that, I want to do more variety as well.
Not just do one game, but
yeah, exactly.
Go everywhere.
Because as much as I love Smash, I love other games. CS:GO was the first competitive game that I ever got into before Smash, actually. And I don't know. I love other things than Smash, and I want to be able to do other things and do what I want to do instead of just dedicate to Smash, even though I do love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
So, last question: best ranking you've ever got?
Best placement or ranking?
What was your best placement? Yeah, placement. But both placement and ranking.
I think I went. There was oh gosh, I gotta pull up Google now. Let me give you like an actual answer on this one, because there's this cool tool called SmashData.gg, and I can go on there and literally just search my profile, and it has all of my placements.
That's nuts.
So let me go ahead and tell you. So where is it? The Springfield Arcadian. Okay, so I got 13 out of 39 people during the Springfield Arcadian, which is SGF, that scene. It was an online tournament hosted by that scene. I only went 2-2, but I did get 13. There was a tournament where I played. It's called Monday Madness number 5. That was that was April 6th, a while ago. I actually went 4-2, but I got 3 DQs.
3 DQs.
Like 3 people DQ'd against me, which I like. You take those ones, I guess. And I only actually won, but won that tournament. But no, I think just like 4-2 and 2-2 is probably like my best placements. Outside of like smaller tournaments, right? I've done quite a few like 10-person tournaments where I get like 4th or 2nd up there, but out of like the actual big tournaments, I think that's just my best ones. I'm not insanely good right now. I've been doing a lot of, like I said, I got coaching lessons from Goose Fancy and Yez, so I have like a further understanding of the game, but I haven't been competing recently. Like for example, if you go on my Smash data, you see I have DQ, 513 out of 857, DQ. Because like I'll enter a tournament and then I have something come up because my life is kind of spontaneous right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I am working on, like structuring that better and like finding actual structure to that, so I can be more consistent in what I do and be more successful, I guess. But no, while I've been not competing, I have been focusing on like player mentality and just focus training in general. So if I were to like go back into an online tournament and like seriously start competing, I think honestly, I think I would start going like 4-2 consistently, if not further, So I don't know. It's hard to like gauge where I'm at right now.
Well, hopefully we get back up soon and you can actually go actual live tournaments.
I can't wait for offline. Yeah. But I do need to start. I got my Ethernet adapter. I got everything set up now to where I can start doing online tournaments again. So expect that. Eventually. And then for ranking, I'm not ranked on anything. Probably, I think in my club, I was top 4 player. I think I was
club,
a top
like
4.
In high school or like?
Yeah, high school.
Okay.
I think I was a top 4 player in high school. But I mean, it's not saying too much.
I mean, that's still pretty good. Still
and I'm number 1 in my house. Like that's.
If you ever need the motivation, if I just have somebody that let me borrow their Switch, I'll let you kick my ass. That way you can have the ego boost.
Sometimes I'm even the number 1 person that's sitting on a toilet as of like that moment. Because who knows?
You gotta find where it's at. Wherever you're the best, you just gotta take it. Take it and run with it.
Nah, but I want to get ranked in the Springfield scene. I want to get power ranking. That is a really big goal of mine. So once offline tournaments come, I'll be grinding pretty hard.
I definitely can't wait to see it. Be able to see BttrBoss right there. BttrBoss14.
Yep. Yes, sir.
That'll be the day. We'll frame it. I'll frame it. As we close down, anything else you wanna say?
Not really. I mean, besides thanking my mom, thanking thanking everyone that I've worked with on my way here.
Good, yeah.
Every single person has made an impact on my life. Whether it's Upmine, whether it's Arbiter, whether it's Seven, whether it's even Electrical and Turbo, which are my scene and like best friends. Like every single person, if you have worked with me, you have made an impact with me, and it sticks. And I mean that's pretty much it. Oh, thanks my dad too. He's pretty cool.
All right, guys. Remember to follow the show on Spotify, Apple. If you're listening on YouTube, like, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's Griffin James. Twitch on twitch.tv/Salir. You can find Conrad here. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube. Just search BttrBoss, BttrBoss and 14. And if there's not a 14, then remove the 14 and just search that.
Then you found it.
Yep.
All right. Thank y'all again for coming on by. Thank you, Conrad, Mr. BttrBoss, for coming on. And we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah. Don't forget to smash that like button.
See ya.
All right. Bye.